Right now on Good Morning Indiana.
On this Thursday, a day of recovery following severe weather. Parts of our state cleaning up this morning following some powerful storms last night. The Terre Haute Humane Society says that 20 dogs were displaced after a tree fell on their building. They say no animals or people are hurt. And as we take a live look this morning at our in-dot camera near the Greensburg area, this is Decatur County. The National Weather Service will be sending a team to inspect possible damage in this part of the state later this morning. The storms are out of here. We welcome you this morning with smiles and hopefully some sunshine today. Rafael Sanchez, Lauren Casey, Megan Shin, Todd Clausen standing by with the winds of change.
Yeah, we will have the sunshine today. That is the good news, but we also have a lot of wind. Now, the wind not associated with thunderstorms.
Good.
Those have come
That's
to
good.
an end, and our severe weather threat came to an end yesterday evening. There's still a few lingering showers on the far eastern side of the state there, just south of Richmond as you work your way down towards the Brookville Reservoir, but that is just about it. Otherwise, we are in pretty good shape. Even the clouds quickly cleared out. You can see just some lingering cloud cover right along the state line. Otherwise, everybody will wake to sunshine here as the skies will start to brighten over the course of the next hour or so. And then back off to the west, you see the clear skies. And today's not a bad day for us. The only flaw is going to be the wind. Those winds were very gusty throughout the overnight hours, but they'll continue to subside. Temperatures are in the 30s. Grab the jacket. And the wind speeds are really starting to drop off here. 30-mile-per-hour wind gust in Richmond. Otherwise, everybody else is kind of not really reporting much in the way of gusty winds. But as I mentioned, those winds will start to pick back up as the day goes on, and that's why there is a wind advisory in place from noon to 8 in northern locations. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine today, and your high temperature that'll top off right around 60 degrees. Lauren.
All right, Todd. Well, it's pretty quiet on your roads this morning, so that's good news despite all the wind out there. This is 465 and I-69. We're up on the northeast side of town, where traffic is picking up just a little bit, but everything's traveling up to speed. No lane restrictions here, as you can see, so that's good news. Something else we're following and monitoring is this breaking news. This is over on the northwest side of Indianapolis. Fire crews are still at the scene of this house fire in the 9300 block of Stones Ferry Way. So that's not far from West 86th Street and Lafayette Road. As you can see here from our photographer, Eldon Wheeler, the home's roof badly damaged by those flames. Now, we've learned no one was injured in that fire, so that's good news. There's no word yet on what caused the flames. Of course, we'll continue to monitor this scene and we'll keep you updated.
A new overnight. Metro Police busy this morning after two separate shootings happened just minutes apart. They happened on separate sides of our city. At 2:45 this morning, officers were called to the 2900 block of North Sherman Drive. When they arrived, they found a man had been shot and killed. We're told officers are now looking for a black Ford F-150 truck that fled the scene. There's no word this morning on what may led up to that shooting or those gunshots, or if a suspect is in custody right now.
Right now, a woman is in critical condition at the hospital after she was shot on Indy's northwest side. The shooting happened in the 8100 block of Lafayette Road around 2:45 this morning. Police tell us someone shot the woman outside of her home here. She was taken to the hospital, and there's no word yet on what may have sparked that shooting or if police have anyone in custody this morning. We'll continue to follow these two overnight shootings, and we'll bring you any new information as soon as we get it.
The time now is 6:04. The case is not closed. Three men now face new criminal charges stemming from that deadly duck boat crash in Missouri, killing 9 members of an Indianapolis family. Missouri's Attorney General refiled involuntary manslaughter criminal charges against 3 men in connection to that 2018 crash near Branson, Missouri. 17 people died, including 9 members of the Coleman family of Indianapolis. Earlier this month, a judge dismissed criminal charges against the boat's captain, the company's general manager, and an operations supervisor. Prosecutors say the duck boat went into that lake despite storm warnings in that area on that day.
This morning, the man who's accused of killing Dakota Kelly is asking the judge to throw out evidence in this case. Prosecutors say Anthony Dibia smothered his 10-year-old son in July of 2018. Police arrested him in Missouri the next day. And on Wednesday, Dibia's attorney asked to suppress evidence that was found in the man's apartment linking him to the boy's death. That evidence was collected without a search warrant. But the Marion County prosecutor says pressing circumstances gave officers the legal authority to enter that apartment at the time. Investigators still have not found Dakota Kelly's body. You can read more on this case right now on the WRTV mobile app.
Mystery solved. Boone County authorities say they've identified a young woman found dead near Lebanon back in 1992. Authorities say Margaret Snagowski was 17 years old when she went missing. She was the youngest of 8 siblings. Her family was living in Toledo, Ohio when she was last seen. Investigators say they were alerted to a match when Maggie's sister uploaded her own DNA to 23andMe. Authorities originally ruled the teen's death as undetermined. Well, now investigators believe that Maggie was strangled. The family says that they're happy to have closure in knowing what happened to their sister, but now they're hoping for justice.
Now the work begins to find the lowlife, the people that did this, people. Anybody that knows my family knows that we don't forget. These guys are coming after you.
Well, the Boone County coroner says they still have all of the original photos and documents from when Maggie was found. They're currently reviewing those to further investigate the cause of her death.
Busted and behind bars, 2 men arrested in connection to nearly a dozen armed robberies right here in the Circle City. Metro Police say they linked 24-year-old Donta Allen to 10 business robberies. Investigators connected 29-year-old Lance McGee to robberies at 9 of the same businesses. The holdups, they happened between March 25th and April the 18th at auto parts stores and video game shops. Last Friday, officers caught the pair after a robbery on South Emerson Avenue.
A southern Indiana man is dead following a crash in Jackson County. State troopers say the crash happened on Wednesday afternoon on US 31 just south of Seymour. Investigators say 43-year-old Ronnie Brickley's pickup hit a side of a dump truck, then collided with another dump truck. The Scott County man died at the scene. The dump truck drivers were not injured. Troopers say a woman who was driving an SUV was injured by debris from the crash, but she is expected to survive. 3 people are dead and 2 others are recovering after a crash near Fort Wayne. The crash happened on Wednesday morning near the Allen County-Whitley County line. Investigators say a car with 5 people inside of it was hit by a semi-truck turning onto US 30. The semi then hit 2 other vehicles stopped at a traffic light. 2 people in the first car died at the scene. Another died at the hospital. 2 other people in the car were last listed as serious condition at Fort Wayne Hospital.
It is 6:07. The CDC mandate on masks on public transportation, including planes and city buses, will last through at least May 3rd. But continued COVID restrictions and rising airfares are not deterring Hoosiers from making their travel plans. A local travel expert tells us that travelers are using things like testing requirements and they're facing labor shortages, and those are proving to be roadblocks for them. But experts say the restrictions are actually making travelers more flexible. The advisor says that travelers are eager to see the world after spending nearly 2 years at home.
I think that 2 years of being home, nice bonding time with the family, but the kids are ready to get out, the parents are ready to get out, and people are still traveling.
So travel experts say you should consider travel insurance to help tackle any unexpected obstacles that may pop up during your vacation.
This is a problem in every corner of our state. The number of overdose deaths continues to surge in our state and really across the country. New numbers from the CDC show drug deaths jumped 16% in the past year. Now, to put that in perspective, an estimated 107,000 people died due to an overdose. Experts are now telling us that synthetic opioids like fentanyl are blamed on the majority of those deaths. Over the past 6 years, annual drug overdose deaths have more than doubled.
So in the state of Indiana, an opioid crisis has created a massive problem for years. On Wednesday, Eskenazi Health announced it's providing more places for people to have access to a potentially life-saving medication. Through a partnership with Overdose Lifeline, a naloxone vending machine is now available at Eskenazi Health Center on West 38th Street. 10 nalox boxes are also outside of Eskenazi Health Centers across Indianapolis. Naloxone temporarily reverses opioid overdose. It also is commonly known as Narcan.
My hope is that by having things like the Narcan vending machine, like the nalox boxes out and around, it becomes less stigmatizing to have opioid use disorder, but also less stigmatizing to want to go and help somebody who may be suffering from an opioid overdose.
Each kit inside the vending machine includes a single dose of naloxone, instructions for use, and a referral to treatment for substance use disorder. Each Nalox box contains 6 to 8 naloxone kits. For a full list of Nalox box locations, open this story on the WRTV mobile app.
So a new law means the Indiana Department of Natural Resources will no longer oversee 6 dams in Miami County. It's due to a new law that takes effect in July. Homeowners in the Hidden Hills Housing Addition will no longer have to make repairs under DNR jurisdiction. That change means that state officials lose their say in how buildings are maintained. One property owner says that the state recommended repairs for use of this dam under DNR, and it was $4 million. He says instead maintenance will cost about $100 grand.
It has been a busy Thursday here in central Indiana. Still to come, sheriff's officials in Utah making a remarkable and really heartwarming discovery. Coming up, how the scan of a finger sparked a tear-jerking reunion 2 years in the making.
Plus, Indy's grabbing the attention of some national foodies. Coming up, why they say our city is one of the next great food cities. Todd.
All right, as we walk out the door here this morning, the severe threat has come to an end. In fact, we have no rain in the forecast for the day today. However, we do have quite a bit of wind, and a wind advisory will kick in across northern communities here throughout the afternoon hours with some gusts up to near 50 miles per hour. We'll talk about that and look ahead coming up when Good Morning Indiana continues in just a couple of minutes.
Good morning to Mooresville, Kokomo, and Greenfield, all great places to call home. The time now is 6:14. Here are your top stories developing right now. Conflicting reports this morning about a Russian warship in the Black Sea. Russian media reports say the ship caught fire and caused ammunition to explode. Ukrainian defense officials say the ship was hit by cruise missiles fired by the Ukrainian military. The Labor Department will release weekly jobless claims this morning. The numbers are expected to remain at its lowest level since 1968. Economists predict 170,000 people filed first-time unemployment claims just last week. 1.5 million people are expected to have filed continuing claims across the country. And a trucker protest you see right here along the Texas-Mexico border could cause some supply chain shortages for auto parts and produce. Truckers are really upset at Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, his new policy requiring state police to inspect shipments into Texas. Those truckers are arguing that the inspections are redundant and not necessary.
So a 16-year-old boy with autism disappeared from Clear Lake, California back in 2019. And this morning, he is safe at home. Check out this story. Connor Jack Oswald's whereabouts are virtually unknown for the last 2 years. About 2 weeks ago, people near Park City, Utah started calling dispatchers about a man pushing a shopping cart around. And then a man called police about a man sleeping in front of his store. Officers arrived. They eventually talked to the man and get him to come in their car to warm up. He never told them his name, but he did allow officers to scan his finger. Well, it showed he had a warrant out of Nevada. Dispatchers looked through the database for missing children, and then they called his parents.
We're just grateful that he is safe, he's alive, and we have our son back. That's the most important thing ever for us.
Well, neither deputies nor the family members know where Connor Jack's journey has taken him. They say they're just glad he's safe and he's back at home.
So if you drive a Toyota or Lexus, you'll want to listen up right now. The automaker is recalling nearly 500,000 vehicles. Toyota officials say a software problem can disable the electronic stability control system. The recall covers 2020 through 2022 model years. This recall includes a Toyota Venza, RAV4, Sienna Hybrid, and Highlander Hybrid models. Lexus LS500H, LX600, NX350H, and the NX450H Plus models are also included. Toyota will notify owners about the impacted vehicles by mid-June. Fewer people are signing up to buy homes now. New data from the Mortgage Bankers Association shows mortgage applications fell by 1.3% last week. Mortgage applications have now fallen for 5 weeks in a row, and they're 39% lower than this time last year. The agency says the decline is mostly due to the rising interest rates. Right now, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate sits at 5.1%. That's the highest level since November 2018.
The time now is 6:17, and now to a really devastating scene from from South Africa, where authorities say at least 306 people have died in heavy rains and flooding. Let's take a closer look at the situation there. It is one of the most horrific moments, we're told, in that country's history. Rescue crews are working to get residents out of the impacted communities. As you can see, the damage is extensive, the water is high, the fast-moving water even sending bridges and even shipping containers into the ocean.
We'll take you back here to the U.S. Check out this view. Folks in the northern plains digging out from a blizzard. Nearly 30 inches of snow is on the ground in North Dakota, and an additional 10 inches are expected throughout the day today. A massive snowstorm also having an impact on critical services there, like blood donation runs. So North Dakota state troopers and plow operators had to team up for a blood donation delivery. The National Weather Service says they've received reports of snowdrifts there more than 11 feet tall. So I am not complaining about anything, Todd. The wind, the rain yesterday, we're good.
All right.
Here in the Hoosier State. That's fine with me.
I kind of remember maybe like a week or two ago, we had a few snowflakes, and there were quite a few complaints.
There were some complaints from over here.
There were some complaints.
Not complaining anymore.
But it always could be worse. But, you know, that just shows you how powerful that storm system that went through not only central Indiana was yesterday. I mean, they had more severe weather to the south, but on the backside of it, they had all that snow. We had a couple tornado warnings to the south in Decatur and Lawrence counties yesterday, and a couple thunderstorm warnings. But thankfully, all the real bad weather missed us. You can see the moon here off in the distance, just starting to set. The skies have cleared and the temperatures have cooled. 35 right now in Lafayette, 42 in Shelbyville, it's 37 in Indy. We've been dealing with gusty winds. When the front went through around midnight and just shortly after, the winds were really strong. They've fallen off a bit here and diminished throughout the rest of the overnight hours, now into your morning commute, which is the good news, 28. The bad news is the winds are going to pick back up as the day goes on. So we'll just drop them down a little bit further here this morning. Your morning commute's not going to feature very gusty winds, and then the winds will start to kick back up later on this afternoon. The wind speeds you see here are for Indianapolis. The wind advisory is north of Indianapolis, where there could be some gusts up to about 40 to 45 miles per hour. Temperature-wise, with the sunshine today, we'll warm pretty quickly once it comes up. Should be right around 52 degrees by time we get to the noon hour. And as you look at radar, the lingering shower activity, with the exception of a few there, as you work your way down towards Lawrenceburg and the Cincinnati area, the rest of central Indiana is dry. But if you're heading to the east, you'll be chasing those showers pretty quickly. I know many people may be traveling today to get somewhere for Easter weekend. Many people have off tomorrow for Good Friday. Weather in the Midwest looks pretty quiet. If you're heading to the east, there could be some storms here later today. Now, highs in central Indiana will be in the mid-50s to the north in Logansport, 57 in Kokomo, as well as Frankfort, coming to the central portion of the state. 60 degrees in Indy, 62 in Shelbyville, and these temperatures are just a couple degrees below normal for this time of year. The only issue today is going to be the wind, because we have all that sunshine as well. 63 the temperature in Seymour. Now, tomorrow, we start off with sunshine, but as the day goes on, the clouds will increase. Temperatures still fairly seasonable as we climb up into the low 60s. Tomorrow evening, though, for your Good Friday, if you're heading to church services or plans, there will be some spotty showers that will start to work their way in here after sunset tomorrow evening, so you may want to have the umbrella handy. They move through pretty quickly, and they should be out of here by the time we get to Saturday morning. Saturday morning starts off with maybe a sprinkle and a little bit of cloud cover, but then the day gets better with temperatures topping off in the mid-50s. Easter Sunday itself, it's a chilly start. Easter morning, we're looking at temperatures probably right around freezing, 32 degrees. You may want to hold the Easter egg hunts off until a little bit later in the afternoon as temperatures start to warm eventually into the low 50s. And as far as rain goes, some spotty showers as we talked about on Friday. Then as we work our way into Monday and Wednesday of next week, more shower opportunities. Lauren?
Well, Todd, you can see just how windy it is from our camera down here in Bartholomew County. This is I-65 at State Road 46, Columbus. You can see traffic there on the interstate is still traveling up to speed. However, as you're traveling between Columbus and, say, Nashville, Indiana, your main east-west road is State Road 46 there in south central Indiana. And we have reports from INDOT that that is still closed, and it could be for another day or so. So let's take a look at our traffic now map. It's a pretty rural spot here, but again, an important road to take you both east and west. This is closed between State Road 135. That's the area that takes you south to Story, Indiana, and then about Valley Branch Road. That's near the Pentecostal Church. Gnawbone is right in this area. Gnawbone Creek runs right along State Road 46, so you'll need to avoid that area. The detour is not ideal. You have to take several back roads just north of this to get you around the closure, but we'll continue to monitor that. Keep in mind Van Buren Elementary School is just south of this area, so just some reminders for drivers down there in Brown County today. Use caution.
So here's a question. Are you a Hoosier foodie? Well, Indianapolis is getting some love from Food and Wine magazine. Editors say Indy is one of America's next great food cities. The magazine says the Circle City food diversity and affordable quality dining options make the city shine. Editors highlight the Pastry Bar, Blue Beard, and the Garage Food Hall as must-eat places. Cincinnati, Ohio, Boise, Idaho, Omaha, and Tucson are also on that list.
Check out the sunrise. The sun trying to break through. It will break through. We're going to have some great sunshine today. Good morning to Anderson, Amity, and Avon, the A-team of Central Indiana. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. The time now is 6:23.
Welcome back. So Indianapolis actors with disabilities will take the center stage in a play showing at the Fonseca Theater this weekend. American
Lives Theater is showing the 2018 Pulitzer Prize-winning play called Cost of Living. The company's founder and artistic director tells WRTV that he's been trying to get the rights to produce the play since it first hit the stages back in 2016. 2 of the 4 characters in Cost of Living have a disability. Appropriately, casting actors with disabilities to play the roles of disabled characters is usually pretty rare. A report from the Rudderman Foundation shows that 95% of the time, this does not happen in television. Now, one of the actors tells WRTV the Indianapolis theater audience gets to see something really special.
The fact that the playwright and this company and this director are insistent on authentic representation is actually rare. So our audiences have a really special opportunity to see that in not 1 but 2 actors.
Also, it was an opportunity to expand our casting and use disabled actors for these roles that tell the stories of disabled people. That's not in a stereotypical sort of, inspiring way.
Well, kudos to them. Cost of Living is showing April 15th through the 30th. You can find a link on how to purchase tickets to see that in this story right now on WRTV.com. 6:27, time to check your forecast with Todd Clausen. I think I like that pretty picture behind you. That's looking pretty good.
All right, it's one of those selections in the stash here, Raphael, and we're going to have sunshine here this morning. That's the good news. Skies will be clear as you start off your day. Temperatures will be in the 30s, so you definitely need to bundle up a little bit because those temperatures in the upper 30s feel more like the low 30s when you factor in a bit of a wind. But the cold front is now pushed off to the east. We have no threat of any rain in the forecast for the day today, and most of us enjoy mostly sunny skies from start to finish, and with that sunshine, temperatures will eventually top off in the low 60s to the south, upper 50s to the north. However, for those of you from Lafayette to Carmel over towards Muncie, Anderson, and points to the north, you have a wind advisory that'll kick in at noon today. You could see some wind gusts later on this afternoon, up to 45 miles per hour.
All right, Todd, more worrisome numbers about inflation today. This comes after the government released the latest producer price index yesterday. So working for you, John Mattery shows us what it could mean for the prices we pay so you don't waste your money.
Just one day after the government told us inflation is running at 8.5% a year, its new producer price index shows an even higher number. Could this mean that inflation is going to get worse? News that inflation is now running at 8.5% is troubling, but not surprising. Gas, groceries, clothing, travel, and rent are the biggest culprit, with prices rising significantly this year. But now the government says the Producer Price Index, or core PPI, is up even more, over 11%. That's what businesses have to pay for raw materials to produce that clothing or food we buy. It's further back in the chain, so it would seem that would lead to even higher inflation. But analysts on CNBC says not necessarily, because oil and gas prices are now falling. If they continue to drop, that will cause producer prices and finally consumer prices to level off. In the end, it may all depend on where oil and gas prices go the next few months, because so many things that need to be shipped are depending on the price of oil. As always, don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese. Good Morning, Indiana.
From Indy streaming news leader, this is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
Now on Good Morning Indiana, we're following breaking news this Thursday morning. A fire damaging a home on the city's northwest side. This was the scene about an hour ago at a home on Stones Ferry Way. That's near West 96th Street and Cooper Road. The home's roof badly damaged by those flames. There's no word yet on what caused the fire. No one was injured.
The city of Indianapolis.
Well, the city of Indianapolis and the state attorney general's office have joined Citizens Energy in suing the owner of 3 troubled apartment complexes. The lawsuits are over unpaid water and gas bills at Berkeley Commons, Capitol Place, and the Woods at Oak Crossing Apartments. The bills are supposed to be paid by the owners of the apartments since they're included in the cost for rent for the tenants.
The daily lineup is out for the first Wonder Road Music Festival at Garfield Park. A total of 27 musicians and bands will perform at the festival in June. The headliners include Vampire Weekend and Churches on Saturday, June 11th. And on Sunday, June 12th, the top acts include Lord Huron and Bastille. Single day and 2-day tickets remain on sale now.
So listen up. History made by the Indianapolis Indians last night in St. Paul, Minnesota. Indy pitchers chased young Austin Bryce and Jerry De Los Santos combined to throw a no-hitter as Indianapolis beat the St. Paul Saints 5-0. It's the 15th no-hitter in Indians franchise history, but the first since 2012. I'm just happy that I got to say Jerry De Los Santos. Nonetheless, a home run in the weather department today as we come to you live from Studio A in downtown Indianapolis. Todd Clausen, I see that the radar is working somewhat overtime, but it's all good stuff.
Yeah, you know, it was working overtime yesterday as we dealt with those showers and the storms moving through. All is quiet now. There's a couple lingering showers right on the state line, but otherwise we're in good shape as you kick off your Thursday morning. And not only did we get rid of the rain pretty quickly overnight, the clouds departed very quickly as well. You could see the clearing skies across the state, and we'll have a beautiful sunrise that'll take place here over the course of the next hour or so. All the severe weather will be off to the east of us today. You look to the west and look at all that clear skies, and that's what we'll enjoy with the sunshine throughout the day today. Temperatures have cooled off, though. We're in the 30s. You'll need the jacket as you walk out the door. The temperatures have cooled off, and the winds have diminished a bit here this morning. That's the good news. However, the winds are going to pick back up later on this afternoon, and some of you are under a wind advisory for some gusts that could be up to about 45 miles per hour. That's for those of you in northern locations. Otherwise, it's a sun-filled day with a high temperature right around 60 degrees. We'll talk more about that wind advisory, Lauren, coming up in just a couple minutes.
And Todd, we're taking a live look right now from our live drive vehicle. This is a dash cam view of Lafayette Road. We're moving southbound right now, close to 56th Street. You can see traffic there is quiet this morning. We'll keep you updated for your Thursday.
The time now is 6:32. New information this morning about the man accused of that shooting this week at that subway station in New York City in Brooklyn. Investigators now believe that the suspect, he was the one that called in the tip to police that led to his very own capture. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News that Frank James called a Crime Stoppers hotline telling officers he had seen his picture on the news. Now, authorities did not find James at a McDonald's where he said he would be, but the owner of a flower shop nearby, he notified a police officer who was stopped at a red light.
After that, police officer told me, "You sure?" I said, "I'm not sure, police officer, but you can go and check." And that's how they get him.
If you see something, say something. James will now face a federal terrorism charge for the shooting on Tuesday that wounded 10 people at a subway stop there in Brooklyn. Police have now released a possible motive for that shooting.
So if you're planning to book a flight for a summer getaway, get ready to open those pocketbooks. Airline ticket prices are rising. Delta Airlines officials say they boosted ticket prices to help cover higher fuel costs in the first quarter. Now, between those higher ticket prices and the rise in consumer demand, the company is poised to turn a profit in the second quarter. Leisure travel had already picked up, and now business and international travel are making a comeback too.
Prices are going up for certain things you buy on Amazon. The company just told its sellers it's adding a 5% fuel and inflation charge. That surcharge applies to products Amazon stores and ships for its sellers, but not to items that are only listed and sold by Amazon itself. It's the first time that Amazon has implemented a charge like this, and it's set to take effect April 28th.
Working to build a community while overcoming personal tragedy. Next, how his efforts will pay off this weekend on the city's northeast side. That story and much more on this Thursday right here on Good Morning Indiana.
It's 6:37 here on Good Morning Indiana, and once again, police are busy this morning. They're investigating a pair of overnight shootings on opposite sides of the city.
And so these shootings really happened just minutes apart as well. First, we'll take you to the northeast side of Indianapolis, and that's where gunshots were reported on North Sherman Drive near 30th Street just before 3 this morning. Police on the scene found a person dead of gunshot wounds. The only information investigators have released so far to us is that a black Ford F-150 truck may have driven off from that scene. At this hour, police are still looking for that pickup.
Just minutes before that shooting, gunfire was reported on the northwest side of Indy. Metro Police tell us they found a woman with gunshot wounds outside of a home on Lafayette Road around 2:45 this morning. That's just south of 82nd Street. The woman was taken to a nearby hospital, and at last report, she was in critical condition. Investigators say they don't know what led up to this shooting. And if you have any information on either of these shootings, police remind you that you can leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers anytime. Just call the number 317-262-TIPS.
Cutting down on gun violence and improving his community has been a goal of D. Ross for years. Well, now a plan he's been developing for 6 years on the far northeast side is finally becoming a reality. The Ross Center will open this weekend just off the corner of 42nd and Post Road. The community center used to be a daycare, and Ross says it's a center meant for this entire neighborhood. The center's focus will be on mental health, ending violence, and building a sense of community.
Ultimately, it's about restoring hope to a hopeless community, restoring mindsets and identity, letting them know that they matter, that they are seen. And we're going to make sure that we come out of surviving and be put in a position to thrive.
So Ross and his team helped complete the center despite him having to persevere through tragedy. Ross's brother passed away just a few months ago, and then a house fire took his dog and everything that he and his wife owned, and Ross himself was in the hospital for a short time.
Even what I'm going through life, I don't want it to impact my community. Because I didn't get in it to satisfy me. I got in it to take care of my community.
The Ross Center will include mental health and trauma counseling, a vegan cafe, a free library, and a music studio. So the grand opening is this Saturday, and that's where the Ross Foundation will hold an Easter egg drop for kids. A helicopter is going to actually drop 10,000 eggs right into this park here behind the community center. So this is all happening Saturday at 1 p.m. Again, it's near 42nd Street and Post Road.
And that'll be quite a sight to see that helicopter drop all those eggs. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Todd's forecast is coming up. While COVID case numbers are down, as you know, of course, COVID-19 is still with us every single day. And the CDC says it will continue to require masks at airports and other public transportation sites for at least a few more weeks. The CDC extended the mask requirements for another 2 weeks, all the way through at least May the 3rd. The mandate was scheduled to expire this coming Sunday, but case counts have begun to rise in northeastern cities as the BA.2 subvariant of Omicron takes hold. The Biden administration has faced increasing pressure from the airline industry to drop the mask requirement.
The pandemic helped lead to new jobs for some medical professionals who were willing to travel, and travel nurses were able to make very good living due to the nationwide nursing shortage. But recently, the pay for travel nurses has started trending downward. So WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson joins us live with what this means for local hospitals. Rachel.
Good morning, Megan. The Indiana Hospital Association says throughout the pandemic, travel nurse rates jumped as high as $300 an hour. Now it's down to $120 to $190 an hour. That's still higher than pre-pandemic pay, which was $80 to $90 an hour, according to Tabor. He says our area has never seen rates or the demand this high until COVID. A shortage of healthcare professionals and high volume of patients during COVID surges skyrocketed wages. There were more patients in the hospital and not enough caregivers. Healthcare professionals became burned out, many retired early, and Tabor says it created a perfect storm. He says travel nurses played a vital role in keeping hospitals afloat, but also caused several hospital employees to leave and make more money elsewhere. Tabor says staffing in area hospitals still isn't where it needs to be, so if you're interested in travel nursing, there are still opportunities. Wages just aren't as explosive as it was during the surges.
We're seeing both fewer travel nurses being used within the hospital, and because of supply and demand, the rates are coming down. But travel nursing will still be a significant part of the overall picture for a while. Right now, we have about 3 times the openings for nurses that we had before the pandemic. But just a few months ago, it was as much as 8 times the opening. So we're still, again, facing a long road.
Tabor says although COVID cases have drastically dropped, hospitals are still full. He's hoping with travel rates decreasing, more nurses will fill permanent roles in local hospitals to help with staffing shortages. Reporting live in Indianapolis, Rachel Wilkerson, WRTV.
All right, Rachel. Well, they say they're doing the work, but they aren't getting paid what they're worth. Next, key members of university staff who plan to be on the picket lines later today. Todd?
All right, just walking out the door here this morning. It's still pretty breezy, but the wind is going to kick up even more later on this afternoon. So wind advisory for some of you. We'll look ahead to your Easter weekend. That is trending cooler, but also drier across the area. It's all in your WRTV Storm Team forecast.
Welcome back. It is 6:45 on your Thursday. I want to take you all the way down here to Brown County, where we do have a road closure reported by NDOT due to some ongoing flooding issues they're seeing here along State Road 46. So this is the main road that takes you between Columbus and Nashville, Indiana. The actual closure area is between State Road 135, where you head south there to get to areas like Storien, and near Valley Branch Road. There's a Pentecostal church right there on the corner. Gnawbone Creek runs right along this stretch of road. So use caution as you're heading around this area. The detour is going to take you pretty far north, so give yourself that extra time. We'll keep you updated if we get any new information on this flooding issue.
Today, hundreds of IU graduate students and their supporters will be picketing in Bloomington.
That's right. So the grad students formed a union. They've gone on strike. They're demanding the university recognize their union and work to create a better working environment for them. Well, the university released a statement frustrated with the strike and the impact it'll have on their undergraduates. Many of them are taught by grad students. The undergraduates we spoke with, however, say they're in support of this strike.
I know that a lot of them work overtime, a lot of them do research, they also teach, but they're also trying to finish their education as well. And the stipends they are getting paid, it's not enough for them to rely on.
If people feel as if their voices aren't being heard, I'm obviously in full support of them, preaching their voice and preaching their message. So
the strike is supposed to last from now until April 19th. University officials say they're still willing to have a conversation with the graduate students about their concerns.
The time now is 6:47. Another night of severe weather on Wednesday. Much of central Indiana spared, of course, from serious or even major storm damage. Not the case in Kentucky, as you can see from this video. Are you watching this? Check this out. Cell phone video of a possible tornado. This is in Elk Creek, Kentucky. Elk Creek is just southeast of Louisville. Tens of thousands of people were without power as the storms just pushed through. But luckily, no serious injuries have been reported so far. But as you can see, that is a massive storm. I would be afraid to see that. Of course, we did have reports of damage in Terre Haute and Bedford and Greensburg, but nothing to the extent that we just saw there in Kentucky, Todd.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out, so to speak. Weather is a fluid situation, so things evolve. We got stuck with the clouds and the rain. That diminished our severe threat, pushed it a little further to the south. But then there was that one little moment where the skies cleared down down towards Bloomington and Bedford. And as soon as that happened, those storms fired up, and we had those 2 tornado warnings. Those were the only ones in the state. All the stronger tornadoes, as you saw there in Kentucky, stayed there and down in Tennessee. So thankfully, we avoided a lot of the really, really bad weather yesterday. But as Lauren mentioned, we do have some flooding across parts of the area, but we've cleared things out. Beautiful picture this morning in Greencastle, coming courtesy from the campus of DePaul University. We have 37 on the thermometer in Indy right now for your temperature, but it feels like 29 when you factor in this wind out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Temperatures have dipped down to near freezing now in Kokomo as well as Frankfort, 37 in Bloomington, and it's going to be a cooler day. All the warmth is pushed off to the east out ahead of the cold front. Now, we're not going down into the 20s like we see here in Sioux Falls and Bismarck, but our overnight lows the next couple mornings are going to generally be in the 30s for the most part. The wind, that was an issue, obviously, as the front came through. Now that the front's off into Ohio, the winds have calmed down. It's only briefly, though, that this is going to happen because these winds are going to pick back up as the day goes on. And we'll look for gusts in the city of about 30 miles per hour. But in northern locations, there's a wind advisory in place, and you could see wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour later on this afternoon in places like Lafayette, as well as Peru, and then closer to the Michigan state line. Lots of sunshine, though, today. That is the good news. It's a nice bright day for us. It's bright but gusty with high temperatures topping off right around 60 degrees. There go the showers, there go the clouds. Clear skies off to our west will make for a nice Thursday evening. Just grab the jacket as we go from the 50s down into the 40s. Now, looking ahead to Easter weekend, tomorrow for Good Friday, the clouds increase at 65 degrees. Saturday's at 56 with a mixture of sun and clouds. And then Easter Sunday, we're at 53 degrees. I will mention, though, Easter Sunday morning, temperatures are going to be right around the freezing. So it's going to be very chilly if you head off to church in the morning. Tomorrow, those clouds increase, as I mentioned, and then late in the day as we get into Friday evening, there could be a few spotty showers that sneak in here across parts of the area, but we're not looking at any heavy rainfall or any severe weather, and again, that should be after sunset. Going into next week, it still remains a little bit below normal, Lauren, with temperatures in the 50s and 60s.
All right, Todd, well, let's take you outside right now as the skies are lightening here. This is the southeast side of town. Here's your commute. Really getting busy out here at I-465 and I-74 on the southeast side of town, but the good news is everything's still moving through that area. No delays to slow you down. So let's take a look from our live drive vehicle across town. We're moving southbound this morning on Lafayette Road. Right now, our photographer Eldon Wheeler's traveling near West 38th Street. You can see traffic there is moving along just fine. We'll keep you updated on any crashes throughout the morning.
She's been a staple of mornings here on WRTV for 2 decades now. Coming up today on Good Morning America, celebrating 20 years of excellence from the one and only Robin Roberts. It's 6:51. Your top stories on this Thursday morning are next here on Good Morning Indiana.
From Indy streaming news leader, this is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
And here at 6:54 on Good Morning Indiana, before you head out the door, we have your top stories for your Thursday.
So let's get started. One person dead after a shooting on the city's northeast side. This happened just before 3 this morning on North Sherman Drive near 30th Street. Police say the victim was dead of a gunshot wound at the scene. We're told officers are now looking for a black Ford F-150 that may have fled from that area.
A woman is in critical condition after she was shot on Indy's northwest side. The shooting happened near Lafayette Road, just south of 82nd Street, around 2:45 this morning. Police tell us a woman was shot outside of her home, and there's no word yet on what may have sparked the shooting.
Boone County authorities say they've identified a young woman found dead near Lebanon back in 1992. Authorities say Margaret Ann Snagowski was 17 years old when she went missing. She was the youngest of 8 siblings. Investigators say they were alerted to a match when Maggie's sister uploaded her own DNA to the website 23andMe. Authorities now believe that Maggie was strangled.
Missouri's Attorney General has refiled involuntary manslaughter criminal charges against 3 men in connection with that deadly duck boat sinking that killed 17 people back in 2018. 9 members of an Indianapolis family, as you may recall, were among those who died. Earlier this month, a judge dismissed similar charges against the boat captain, a general manager at the boatwright company, and an operations supervisor.
The suspect, who's accused of shooting 10 people this week in a New York City subway, is scheduled to appear in court today. 62-year-old Frank James faces federal charges of terrorist or violent attacks against a mass transportation system. If convicted, James faces life in prison.
Today, a spokesperson for the family of the Michigan man shot and killed by police will speak out about the case. 26-year-old Patrick Leolia was shot after a confrontation with an officer during a traffic stop. A White House spokesperson says President Biden is considering signing an executive order on police reform.
Parts of our state are cleaning up this morning following those powerful storms last night. The Terre Haute Humane Society says that 20 dogs were displaced after that tree fell on their building. The good news, no animals were injured and no really major damage reported across the state. We were really spared considering, Todd, what you were showing us on the map yesterday. It turned out pretty good considering what could happen in Indiana.
Yeah, you know, for severe weather, all the ingredients have to come together, and they didn't here in central Indiana for any widespread severe weather. So that was good news for us. Today, we have sunshine. That's the good news. But a wind advisory will kick in at noon for all the counties you see shaded in, mainly the northern half of the state. Even if you're not in the wind advisory, it does turn into a pretty breezy day for you. But again, sunny skies and a high right around 60 degrees. 63 tomorrow with partly cloudy skies. Cooler for Easter, a high of 53. But it does look like it'll be dry before more showers return Monday.
All right, Todd, we're back in 25 minutes and throughout Good Morning America with the latest news, weather, and traffic updates for you.
Don't forget, everything you need to know is on the WRTV app. Here's a live look all across central Indiana. We hope you have a safe commute and a great Thursday. Thanks for watching.